I'm back at my account and just checking in because a lot can happen within, a couple of hours in a new city, new faction, new account. Again, I'm on day 4 right now of this city, and I'm gonna go in and see what needs to be done. I'll make a lot of bikers on this account, and the reason is very simple because a lot of the things and tasks, robbing, raiding, even my personal attacks, which will come very soon, I promise. I'm gonna start killing people. Right now, my kill count is 0, but very soon I will. I'm just working up to it and preparing for it. So, yes, making more troops. I've got some in the safe house. Just gonna pull those out. What I have right now is a total of 57,523 T2 troops. Now, I don't have any T3s out yet, but I think I'm not doing so bad in terms of troops. I've seen people that have less. um, I'm working on upgrading the mansion and trying to hit 17 by tomorrow. So my ammo shop has been upgrading, and this is gonna finish. So this is free, and then we'll see what next needs to be done. So I'm gonna upgrade that. Again, for a lot of people, they may not know or they may not think about it much, but specialty points have to be used to the maximum when you're a new account. And because I've already passed Mansion 13, or rather above Mansion 12, so 13 and above, you don't get to reset your specialties free anymore. So every time you want to reset them, you have to really think and see which is the best configuration moving forward. So I decided to put my specialty points maximum out on the construction speed, which is this. Then I filled up the investment speed, both number 1, and then you've got construction speed 2 over here, investment speed 2. So I'm only under 40 exp underboss level. I think I'm 36, 37 right now, so I don't have that many specialty points. I filled up the rest with the training speed 1. Then I did click on the balance for training speed 2, but a lot of the points will be distributed equally before it reaches training speed 2. So because of that, I haven't been able to get any additional points on the training speed 2. However, it does give some stats to the rest of my troops. So in case I do get attacked, or I leave my troops out for some reason, because most of the time I'm actually safe house when I'm offline. But in some cases where I send troops out to rob and someone attacks me, I do have some stats, and I do have some enforcers on my wall and traps, done. So even if I die, I'm gonna give them a bit of a hard time, and I'll get some kills as well and some EXP from that. Furthermore, I do have a big enough hospital to heal all the troops, and in any case, Sanitarium does fill, a million troops, so I'm not so worried right now. Okay, so back at what I'm doing next. So again, I've just upgraded my training center. It's now on level... What level am I at? Let's see, where's my training center? Here. So this is my training center. It's currently on level 13, so I need to get it up to 14 before I can move on to the next step. And I'm guessing later on, hospitals and such, they do need to be upgraded. But all this resource buildings, that can be worked on later. It's not that urgent right now, but you do need to upgrade at least one of them. And the reason is, every single time you upgrade, working towards the Mansion 17 or Mansion 25, they work in tandem with a couple of buildings. So for example, This round they will want you to, upgrade the hospital. The next round maybe the training center. And either way, you're gonna have to catch up on your resource buildings as well. So at least one of this have to go up. The rest of the extra ones don't really have to be upgraded, so that's, fine. So you focus on what you need to do first, and later on you can work on changing the configuration of the resource mansions out. Now at this early stage in time, and I'm a very big fan, and I'm a very big advocate of the single resource management style, but very early on in an account like this small, you do need to have very balanced resources, because you're going to be using and making all three types to keep your account balanced. And only at a later time, when you're a little bit more stable, you've got like 2, 3, 4 billion and above in your mansion in the backpack, you've smuggled that much away, then that'll be a safer time for you to switch to single resource management. So right now I only have like 52 million in arms, 54 million cargo, and 37 million in metal. So I've already seen that my metal has been dropping quite a lot, because I'm making a lot of bikes right now. And this is something that I will be considering, because I may just change a little bit more to resource buildings to metal, just to boost my metal production, because I don't want to be doing all this halfway and run out of metal. And I've noticed in a lot of my accounts, from this size all the way to 200, 300 million, I'm always really low on metal and or arms. But most of my accounts will be really low on metal. So that's something to look forward to, and probably try to change right now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last one 5 up here. So I have 5 smelters right now. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 warehouses. And I have a lot of warehouses because I usually stand by for small accounts. In the event that I start building a lot of hospitals, you will need to use a lot of cargo. And so cargo was one of the first things that I ran out of on my older small accounts. Nowadays, I no longer build a lot of hospitals on my accounts, because most of my new accounts, I don't really fight with them. I use them more for resource management, and I end up farming diamonds with it, and I just leave them in some city at the end of the day, or I, give them away. So I don't need to fight on this account, and that's why I don't need so much cargo at the beginning, because I'm not making that many hospitals. And the reason why you would need to make hospitals when you're fighting counts, because first of all, when you die, you're going to be able to keep a lot more troops, in the hospitals, with the beds. And 2, every hospital at level 25 does increase your HP by 5%. So that's going to make a difference on the lifespan of your troops, the health. So that's all I'm doing for now. My investment still has 2 days left, so not gonna touch that. I only have like 2 hours of speed ups left at this point, but I'm not gonna use them on training, because it's precious. I'll prefer to use my whatever speed ups I have left over for my buildings. So that's that. Let's see. They're just, doing intel houses and stuff. So I'm just gonna join the intel house. And yeah, so I have this. Oh, okay. Thank you. No, I'm not gonna be joining your city. I'm sorry. I've been, I'm in like 400 something right now. This is city 433. So I'm not going to work backwards and join 340, because 340 is, yeah, it's way too big for a 1 million size account. So, yep. But yes, back to my faction. Yeah, this is how the city chat looks right now. It's a lot of really small VIP players. And if you click on someone, you know, like this guy just says hi everyone. He's probably really new in the game. He hasn't even changed the name. So you can see the influence is really small. So me being 1/mil is actually not that bad. Like this guy's an R5. He's 300,000. Another R5, 100,000. So I'm pretty big for you know. And you can see I have this word that says don't DM me. I really don't have time to reply. But for some reason people just don't read that. I don't know why. Come on. Like the worst thing about this game for me is because I love talking to people, I love sharing, I love teaching. When they have a question, I try to answer them. But there are so many people who will just DM me and say hi, and then hi and hi and hi, and I'm like, uh-huh. Or you know, I send them a question mark, or I'm like, yes, you know, and they're like, oh hi, you know. So it's annoying because they just try to get into my DMs and they have no purpose or reason, you know. So now what I make it a point to do is I never reply people who are R3 and below, unless they're from my faction and they're asking me about a specific topic, then I talk to them. But anyone else from outside that are not R4s and R5s, to me that's just spam. And it saves my time by not replying to everyone, because I've got so many accounts and too many people DM me that take up so much of my time. You know, I'm already managing a faction in 78 GU1. I think, I don't know if a lot of people know about it yet at this point, but I'm managing the faction in 78. And you know, and I'm still in Yun right now. Like I'm still helping with the faction bank, and I'm also in GU0, which is the second team for GU1. So I'm also managing faction bank over there, and I have my own accounts that I have to sort through. So what I really hate the most are random messages that I have to waste time to reply. So I just don't anymore. But yes, back to the game. I have a lot of work to do, so I'm gonna get started. And I've been robbing a couple of diamonds. Like it wasn't a lot. I only have 4.4 million. I hope everyone starts sending me diamonds for some reason. I do have enough of the other resources for now, but my diamonds are really low. So if you happen to be in city 433 and you happen to watch this video, please send me some diamonds. Thank you very much. That's all I ask for. Enjoy your day.